God will not allow anyone to thwart him and his plans. No, he puts people out of the way and puts people in the way, but those who are willing to go that way. I felt God could overnight raise anyone else to do that job. But I was so keen to go with him and see nations shaken for Jesus. Before we had the big tent, which sat 34,000 people, we had one that was sitting about 10,000 people. It was the so-called 10,000 seater. And we moved around Southern Africa at that time. And so I came to the Transkei, and while we were in the midst of our gospel crusade there, I heard that a very famous African evangelist was just about 50 kilometers away. I knew his name and I was thrilled that he was so close. So the next day I drove all the way to that other tent, and it was not the man there I had expected, not that great African evangelist, but one of his deputies. But we talked, and he said the big man of God in 1972 decided to drop his crusade ministry on a large scale. I listened and listened and listened, and suddenly I remembered it was in 1972 that God gave me the vision of a blood-washed Africa that shook me to the core. In those days I had not even known that great man, but the Lord, unbeknown to me, already put in a replacement. He has replacements, and they are all top choices. They are all top choices. They may be number 2 or number 3, but when God gets hold of a man or a woman, he enables them to fulfill that task. And I humbly submit that that was the case in my own life. The moral of the story is, if I were you, I would not procrastinate, and I would not just postpone it. I would jump, and I would do what God has told me to do. It's in any case the highest calling possible on earth. It's the highest form of human living on earth. That's what it is. And to have the honor to be called by God is more than being the president of the mightiest nation on earth.